Good morning. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Song. Now, we've just announced the Longines International Jockeys Championship Jockeys Allocation Result and is now available on the club's website. 大家好，早晨，我係宋希蓮。啱啱咧，我哋就公佈咗咧2020浪琴標國際騎師錦標賽嘅騎師啦，同埋配馬嘅結果㗎。咁而家咧喺馬會個網頁咧，大家就可以已經睇到㗎啦。So now we're all here for the Q&A webinar session. All our media friends have already logged into the webinar. 我哋各位嘅傳媒朋友咧就已經登入咗我哋今日嘅傳媒提問環節㗎啦。Today we're very honoured to have invited our IJC local jockeys Zach Purton and João Moreira to answer a few questions from you guys. Hi everyone. 我哋今日邀請咗咧就兩位騎師潘頓同埋莫雷拉咧就係回答各位傳媒嘅提問㗎。First we have João Moreira.Would all media friends, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask Joe. Hi, Joe. First of all, I want to be the first one. Are you happy with your rides, Joe?
Hi, hello everyone.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, my rides are not too bad. The best part of it is some of these horses I'll be riding, some of them I've ridden before, so I know them a little bit.Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the gates that I've got are not the best, so we are going to have to come up with some lane A, B, and C, I guess. And there's no doubt that it's going to be a very interesting Jockeys Challenge. Looks like the club done a good job to share the rides to everyone else in a fair way. And answering your question, I'm actually happy with the rides I've got. No doubts that we can have a good fun with them.Did you all hear?
Yes, I think they all got the message. I see some thumbs ups there. So any of our media friends have any questions to ask Joe?
Joe?
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Hi, Joe. Victor's here. I think you must be pretty happy with your job, with the job. I mean, Royal Racer, you know the horse pretty well, and he races well here in Happy Valley. You work really well with Casper these seasons, and unfortunately he dropped gate 12, but I think you still have pretty high confidence as to get this leg.
You're right. He actually won very impressive with me on board last time. If he's able to produce what he did last time, I think he's going to be a very hard horse to beat.And I would have him as my best ride of the Jockeys Challenge.
Do we have any other questions for Joe?
Hi, Joe?
Yes.
Joe? Hey, it's me, Ben.
Hi, Ben. Yeah.
Talking about like you are riding two David Ferrer's horses. One of them's Kill the Music. You rode him this season. Could you talk about this horse, Kill the Music?When
I did ride him, which would be 2 or 3 starts ago, he was not 100% fit yet, and he was still able to put on a good run with me. And right after the race, I said to David, he was just on the way to his best fitness. And no doubt his next run, when he ran, I think 3rd or 4th to Sky Darcy, if I'm not wrong.That proves that I was right on regards him picking up fitness, and the race that I rode him 2 starts ago helped him. And no doubt that he should be a little bit fitter this time, and he's going to make the race very interesting as well. So unfortunately, he's another horse that I didn't get a very good gate with. But if he's able to really run at his very best, at the rating that he is at the moment, he's no doubt a winning chance.Most of the races of the card, in particular of the Jockeys Challenge, seems to be very even. And if you're lucky enough to get a good run through, you might win with a horse that might not be one of the top favorites. So not saying that he's not one of the top favorites. I'm just saying his chances is there, but he shouldn't be the favorite. But his chances is no doubt it's there.
So hi Joe, I'm
Toto.Hi,
so I want to ask about race 7 about the Smiling City. So this time the gate may be a little bit better in gate 5 this time, maybe it is positive?
Look, this horse has been very unlucky with his gate in his last 2 starts in particular. last time I was the one on board. So when I draw this horse, and I actually laugh with myself here because I was really hoping that I could be given another chance to ride him. He belongs to a very nice friend of mine called Gary, and we all start texting each other, laughing, saying, "Oh, what a luck to get together, team up together with this horse." But it's not just that. It's me wanting to ride him well, wanting to get the best result of him, and hopefully he's able to get a smoother run this time, because, as I said, his last two starts for being getting outside gate, he was exposed 3-4 wide, and he wasn't able to really deliver what he's got best. So it could be this time, and would be very nice for all of us, trainer, owner, and of course myself as a jockey, to get him to deliver what he's got best on the big day like this. So it is very exciting ride, and I'm no doubt looking forward to sit on top of this guy.
Hi Joe, Sam here, mate.
Hi,
Yes,
Joe.
Obviously you couldn't be in any better form here in Hong Kong at the moment. There's a heap of big guns flying in for the IJC. How important is it for you to fly that Hong Kong flag and carry on your form in an event like this?
Listen, it's to ride a win in Hong Kong is always difficult, and I'm in a good form, not just because of myself, it's because of people being willing to support me and give me decent rides and opportunities. I'm in a position which I'm very pleased and glad of. I think I deserve being given as many opportunities because I've been working hard, I've been committed, I've been making sure every time I sit on top of any horse, I do my very best. But it's also a situation where it's very difficult to see that. Anytime things can go the other way around, and what I can keep on doing with myself is work hard and never put my heads down, be aware of everything that's going on, and being able to wave the Hong Kong flag. It's a pleasure, you know. It's a place where I've been given a great opportunity, and not just here, but you see this place open door for me around the world. And Hong Kong is no doubt a place where I respect, I appreciate for every single opportunity I've been given. So it is very important for me to be waving the Hong Kong flag.
Joe, I think we have a very nice mixture of jockey this year, and two of them are up and coming from the UK, Tom and Holly, the couples. Is it your first time to race against each other, and what's your impressions on them?
If I did ride against them in the past, I wouldn't remember, because we ride too many races in so many different places. But they are no doubts welcome into the game. It's whatever they do, win or lose or draw, whatever, they're gonna walk away with a great experience. It's only Hong Kong which is able to provide such a great game. I mean, a great challenge to all these jockeys that will be riding on Wednesday. And as I said, they're welcome, and hopefully they do well. Hopefully ride safe, and if they mean to ride winners, I wish them good luck.
Any more questions for Joe?
Just one funny question. If they ask you one question, that how can they race well in the city track, the Happy Valley track, what answer will you give them?
Go and ask someone else, not to me. I'm not going to give away my tricks. No, I answering your question in a respectful way. I would say Happy Valley, it is a tricky track, and it might take a little while until you really get used to it, because that turning for home is quite sharp, and it's very difficult to get the horses to turn that sharp and balance it up, and then at the same time not losing your rhythm and not waste time, because it's such a short, straight also track that whatever time you miss, the race may goes away to someone else. So you got to be very sharp there.
I think we can. Oh, yep, another question.
Just on that, Joe. Yeah, Joe, Gary, Joe, how you going?
Good.
Just on Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. How tough is it for these international jockeys to adapt to the Happy Valley course? And do you think that the local jockeys' experience there does negate the ability level, or is it just the level of the horses that are racing that that even out the competition?
I would say it's tough because any jockey who is going to ride anywhere else that they've never ridden before, they are going to need informations and also maybe a ride or two to get used to understand the track a little bit. Like anytime you go ride somewhere else, you as a jockey wish to have, let's say if you're going to ride in a big race, Australia, England, America, you as a jockey would wish to ride a race before the biggest race you're going to be riding, because that will give you some knowledge about how the shape of the track is, where are the signs, where is actually the finishing line, and the kind of ground that they're racing at. And I no doubt think that local jockeys have the advantage for being riding day in and out every week out there on the city track. So, but don't forget, these jockeys that are coming over here, they are high quality jockeys, and they are able to adapt very quickly, understand and pick up a lot of information from everybody, or even from watching replays based on how the track plays out. I would describe Happy Valley one of the most difficult places to adapt and get used to, yes. But I also don't underestimate these guys that are coming, because if they've been selected, that means they are good jockeys, and they are no doubt going to get used to it and understand, do the best they can on this track right away. And also the race itself in Happy Valley, in particular these races that are selected for the IJC, are going to be very even races. From my humble perspective, it's the first to the fifth horse. There will not be much difference in some of these races. I mean, we might see a horse winning by a length or two, but by the look of it, looks like it's going to be very even races. So it's going to play a lot. Luck is going to play a lot in this game, I guess.
Thank you, Gary from Australia. And we have time for one last question for Joe. Well, I think
I'll jump in there.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, Joe, Tom here.
Hi, Tom.
Just having a quick look at the rides. Obviously, the jockey clubs tried to even it out as much as they possibly could. Just off the first look, who do you think is the person to beat?
It's hard for me to predict because I didn't get the names of every jockey who was going to be on every horse. But it seems like Ryan Moore, as usual, he gets good rides, and yeah, Bordeaux seems like he got decent rides as well. So, look, I wouldn't disgrace my rides. My rides are not bad. So if I'm lucky enough to get good run through during the race with this guy, who knows? I might be the one. So it's just a pleasure for me being part of the game, and hopefully everybody else ride well, ride safe, and who means to win is just gonna win. I hope it's me, but if it's not me, I understand this is part of the game. We lose more than win.
Thank you. And our live audience here, does our chairman or CEO have questions for Joe? Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, Joe.
Anytime.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Anytime.
Best of luck. Now we have Zach Purton.
Hi, Zach.
Hey, how are we?
Hi, this is Ben. I'm very looking forward to asking you a very good question about like flying bonus. You rode him last start, drew very bad. But what do you think about tonight?
This horse's biggest key is being able to find the front and find the fence, and there's a fast horse drawing inside me, so that may not be possible. It could be a little bit tricky, but I'll be trying to find the fence if I can.
I think I heard a question.
What
Jack,
was
it's
it,
Rob
sorry?
from Sydney. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
You were talking before, Joe was talking before about the difficulty of riding at the Valley. It's the most atmospheric course in the whole world. What's it like to ride with literally almost nobody there except you guys?
Yeah, it's obviously a completely different feel. One of the great things about Happy Valley is the unique environment that's been created there, not just with the beer garden, but various other venues around the course, and the fact that the crowd can get so close to the track itself. So without the crowd there, it is a different feel, but fundamentally it's still the same. Once we go out onto the track and we get behind the gates, from then on, it's exactly the same. You don't notice that the crowd is not there, and it's still a lot of fun. This competition is something for us to look forward to. It looks a lot more even this year. The Jockey Club certainly took our concerns on board and created a platform or a system to be able to allocate the rides in a more even manner, and it appears as if that's worked well. And although I don't have the strongest rides, I've got rides there that can run some type of race. I'm not sure if I can get a winner, but hopefully I can get some points, and we can hopefully have a little bit of luck somewhere, and you never know what can happen.
Thanks.
Zach, this is Ben again. Hi, Zach.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah.
Hey, actually in the last leg, I know you are riding Flying Bonus, and actually another horse, Harmony and Blessed, actually he won on debut. What's your impression on this horse?
He's obviously a very talented horse, and we knew that before he raced. He'd been trialling very well, but doing it in trials and doing it in a race is always two different things. He came out on race day and he showed us that he wasn't as impressive as we thought he was going to be. He ran good time. He seemed to do it with a little bit in hand, but he comes to Happy Valley now where there's going to be a lot more pressure. He's drawn a wide gate. There's a little bit of speed in the race. So he's going to have to overcome a few things. Let's see if he can handle that at only his second start.
Hello, good morning, Zach. This is Shireen speaking.
Good morning.
Hello, I would like to ask a general question, because in the previous years of IJC, there were more international jockeys than the local jockeys. So the pacing and the tactics were a bit different from normal. But this year, we know that there are 6 jockeys representing Hong Kong. So do you think that there is a better chance for you or other local representatives to win the title?
Well, the numbers tell us that there's a better chance for the locals to win, having more numbers in the competition. But I think the one of the points you alluded to there is the races should be run in a more consistent manner than what they may have been if there were other riders coming in that didn't know the horses and didn't know the track as well. Having 6 locally based jockeys here that ride these horses week in, week out means that they should lob in the positions that they normally would, and the races should be run to a certain degree like they normally would, and therefore it should be a little bit more predictable.
Hi, Zach. This is Toto.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want to ask about Happy Valley track course. How you think about the track B? Is it more fair to C+3 or more any track bias in there?
Oh, I'm not going to say there's track bias. It's too early to get there yet. But for the rail position, I feel like the B course is the most even rail position that they can produce on this track. It allows horses that are inside to go searching for runs in the straight, and it also allows horses that want to swoop, get into the race a little bit earlier down the rock to be able to swoop around and get into the race as well. Whereas sometimes on the A course, you can get caught up in traffic on the inside, and on the C+3, if you don't have a good gate, it can be really, really hard to win. So for me, the B course is the best course. It gives more horses more opportunities, and I think that's the reason why the club continually picks this rail position year after year.
Hi, Zach. It's me again. You are riding Gift of Life for Tony Millard. Yeah. Actually, you had a lot of success for Tony Millard. You rode Ambitious Dragon for him, but I checked the result. You hasn't ridden him for a couple of seasons. How special is it for you to ride for him?
Yeah, well, it's good to ride for any trainer here in Hong Kong. You need the support of as many trainers as you can get. But the way things have been going, Ben, I might have to get you to go and get my instructions and pass them on.
Zach, you rode for Mr. Miller in 2016. That's good result. Vera Pearl finished second.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I think it might have nearly been my last ride for him. So if we can go one spot better, that'd be nice.
And Zach, just like what you mentioned before, this year it will be quite different. We'll be very quiet in Happy Valley. And what do you want to talk to your fans because they can't go to the racetrack this year to support you during these IJC meetings?
Yeah, sure. It's disappointing that our fans can't be there, and we can't wait until the day comes that they can get back on track and support us. And we still feel their support from social media and when we're out in the public. Certainly they continue to get behind us, and I know they miss it. So, you know, hopefully wherever they are and whatever they're doing, they can just get behind the Hong Kong team, not just myself, but the Hong Kong team, and try and cheer us home, and hopefully we can get the job done for them.
Do we have time?
Tag you more on social media.
What was that, sorry?
Give you a special tag on the social media to give you support.
Yeah, of course. Sure. Yeah, if they want to put in the hashtag IJC and send a little message through, then I'm sure that would I'd appreciate that, and as the other boys would as well.
I think.
Hello, Seth. This is Ian from Racing World.
Ian.
Yes, I would like to ask the IJC has been an international platform for all the jockeys around the world. And some of them, they have performed well and get a contract to stay here in Hong Kong for a longer term. So how important of a rising or youngsters to ride in Hong Kong or given the opportunity to show the best to the Hong Kong Jockey Club?
Of course, every jockey would like to ride in the IJC. It's the pinnacle of the jockeys' challenges around the world, and Hong Kong's such a unique place, especially at that race course, that you come and you hope that you can get some horses to be able to do well and let the local owners and trainers in Hong Kong know that you may be interested in coming back in the future and you are capable of riding winners, so that when you do come back, you can get that little bit of support. And it doesn't matter if you're in Hong Kong or anywhere in the world, support's the most important thing, and we all need that. So doing well is certainly important.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, everyone, for your time
Have a good day.
for attending this webinar.
Ciao.
Thank you. So this is the end of the Q&A webinar for the Longines International Jockeys Allocation Result Announcement 2020. Thank you all once again. I'm sure it'll be a very exciting night at the Happy Valley Racecourse on December 9th. So best of luck to our horses and our jockeys once again. 今日我哋嘅傳媒提問環節咧就已經結束啦，多謝各位參與。12月9號星期三晚上跑馬地馬場2020浪琴標國際騎師錦標賽喺呢度祝大家好運，到時見。